Hey guys, well, I hate saying that I'm going to start doing something because that makes you obligated to do it, and life happens, and that means that half the time it's not going to get done. So I'm going to try to start making some more of these little vlog videos. And today I just wrote down I got a cheat sheet here, wrote down a bunch of stuff to talk about. So a lot of people have had some positive feedback on the SketchUp and the build videos back to back. I used to do that like, I don't know, 6 months to a year ago, something like. It's been a while since I've made a SketchUp video and the project video. I kind of quit doing that because I didn't really think that people were engaging in those videos, didn't really want to watch those videos, and I started to do some projects that really just didn't require SketchUp, so kind of stuck away from that. But I think I'm going to start doing it again. I've had a lot of positive feedback from people on that, so that's always cool, and I'm glad to know that some people are actually benefiting from those videos. They're really quick and easy to make, so I guess I'll keep doing them. The blast gates that I just made, some people were saying that the construction adhesive, smoothing it out using a glove or some WD-40, and I think that was more of the problem with, I used a faster setting construction adhesive than what I did previously. Now, you guys didn't see it, but those actually sat for like close to 10 minutes before I started smoothing them out. My battery died on my camera right before I shot the actually smoothing it out with the finger scene, or clip, whatever you want to call it. So they set a little bit longer than I wanted them to, and they actually set up. Now, I used F26 for this one, but on the previous ones that I made, I used clear, what is it called? Power Grab, I think is what it is. It's clear, and that stuff smoothed it out just like caulking does. Very easy, and it looks a whole lot better than the brown F26. And what else did I use? Just regular liquid nails. I used that one on the other set that I made a long time ago as well, and both of those worked out pretty well. Something else a lot of people said was to make a longer gate with a hole in it. That way, as the gate is in, I guess, one side, then it's a solid panel, but as the gate slides like so, there's actually a circle cut out, and that lines up just perfectly, and that way that there's no interior space in between the front and back side of the blast gate for dust to accumulate, because it just all slides back and forth. That's a good option, but you know, this works out really well, and it's a lot less work to do. And I was talking to somebody else on YouTube about that, and to me, I just see that as more work than what's necessary. But then again, there's probably a lot of things that I do that seems to be more work than what's necessary. So lots of options, just figure out what works for you. This particular method works for me. This is really strange. I've never been asked this question before, but I've been asked it 3 times now in the past couple days. And that was, did I go to school for woodworking? Absolutely not. I guess I'll get into a long story here, but back in 2005, 2008, my hobby was playing pool. I used to play a lot of pool and started to get pretty decent at it, and played in a lot of tournaments and started making some money on it. So I bought a 7x10 mini metal lathe, and I used it to replace the tips and ferrules on pool cues. And that ended up paying for itself and paying for the entire hobby. I always want to make my hobby somehow pay for itself, and I'll get into more of that later too. But in 2008, the economy crashed and nobody has extra money to go blow on pool, and all my friends kind of got out of it. So I pretty much gave up on pool. I sold my lathe and all my supplies. I think it was like $600 I got out of it. And I went to Lowe's and I said, I want to be a woodworker. So I bought pretty much, let's see, what did I buy? I bought a router table, a table saw, a jigsaw, and a bandsaw. And all of it was Skill brand tools. Now, I'm going to knock on Skill a little bit. Some of their tools are kind of crap. But that being said, my circular saw, wherever it is, it's a Skill brand saw. And it works just well, just fine. Some of their tools I'm not really that fond of, and I guess a lot of people share the same views on me with that, but I had one of them little benchtop portable 10-inch Skill table saws, and that scared the shit out of me. That's the only time I've ever had kickback happen on me, which honestly was probably my fault, but just that saw scared the shit out of me. So I sold all that stuff, eventually started to move up on tools and got into woodworking, and that was in 2008, I think. And since then, it's addicting. It's very addicting. I'm sure everyone knows. But, you know, tools come and go and you upgrade and blah, blah, blah. I haven't learned anything as far as woodworking from an actual course or paying for education as far as woodworking. It's all the internet and free internet and blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I want to keep all my stuff free, is because, you know, I didn't pay a dime for anything that I know. So why should I charge people for the same amount of knowledge? Something I get asked a lot is, what do I sell my stuff for, and how do I sell my stuff, and how do I make a living doing woodwork? And, well, I've never made a living doing woodworking, and it's a lot of hard work from everything that I understand, watching other people make a living woodworking. It's not an easy task, and you got to stay on top of the ball as far as the business side of it. But that being said, I can offer some advice as far as how I took my woodworking hobby and made it a little bit profitable. I started making benches and picnic tables and outdoor furniture, easy 2x4 stuff. I guess that's where a lot of people start. And I sold it on Facebook, Craigslist, and I actually had a salesman. So Facebook, the way I would suggest people selling their stuff on Facebook is not necessarily to start your own Facebook page, because that takes a little while to grow and it's more of a promotional thing and not a point of sale kind of thing. But to find a buy, sell, trade page, like pretty much every city has a, whatever city you live in, buy, sell, trade on Facebook. So I live in Starkville, Mississippi, so I have a Starkville buy, sell, trade Facebook page that I visit, and it's a group page, so you can have a bunch of people on there. I think there's, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 in the Starkville buy, sell, trade. So anytime you post something for sale, it's immediately seen by people who are in your area and have a higher urge to actually purchase something, because that's the name of it, buy, sell, trade. They are actually there looking to purchase something or looking to sell something. So it's pretty much a better market to start with as far as a Facebook page instead of making your own. Also, salesman, I had a, gosh, it's hot out here. I'm sweating. I had a real estate agent find my stuff and was impressed with it and wanted to sell it. Now, I understand that probably doesn't happen a lot, but I mean, you can go to anybody who, a used car salesman, a realtor, local mom and pop shops in your own town, and give them some of, not necessarily give it to them, try and sell them some of your product that they can use, say, around the store, or if they have a car lot, around the car lot, or something like that, because salesmen, that's their job, to sell stuff. And as far as woodworking as a hobby, it's not to be a salesman, it's to be in your shop making stuff. So if you can find somebody who likes your stuff and wants to promote it in your own town and sell it, that is really cool. I was selling a lot of benches and chairs. Picnic tables, they sold all right, but they weren't really, there wasn't really a huge demand for them, because my picnic tables are a little bit, or the picnic table video I have on here, that particular style, they're a little bit more to make, and so of course they have to be a little bit higher on price. And the traditional everyday 6-foot 2x6 picnic table is going to be a little bit cheaper. So I didn't really sell that many of them, but a lot of people who did sit on them were very impressed, and that gives you some little bit of reputation as far as selling stuff. So can't offer advice as far as making a full-time living selling your stuff, but that's what I did to turn my woodworking hobby into a profitable hobby. New shop, obviously, so I have new challenges to work around and figure out. It's, still a learning process as far as making videos on. I think I've got the lighting down pretty good. These lights are really bright, and both videos that I shot with the garage door shut, so I haven't really even done a video with, all the lights plus the sunlight, the reflection of the sunlight coming in. So I think the lighting is down. Audio, somebody actually wrote me a long email, and I used to get upset about negative responses, but I just find them comical now because I don't care. But somebody wrote me a long email saying that I need to get a lavalier mic because that horrible noise in the background is just absolutely annoying and blah, 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 blah. And, well, that horrible noise is is crickets, and can't do nothing about crickets, so sorry about that. And to get a lavalier mic, I have one. I don't know if you can hear that, but I have a kind of a makeshift lavalier mic, and it was free. And I think the audio is a whole lot better than the audio just from the camera. But what it is the, probably going to make a lot of noise doing this, but it's the microphone part of an iPhone headphone cable. And I've actually got a video of it on, I think it's on this channel, of how I just chopped it up. And I saw it somewhere else on YouTube. But this is just the headphone cable from an iPhone headphone microphone cable thingy that comes with your phones. And I chopped it up, and I'm just using a simple recorder on my phone, and every single time I make one of these, or anytime I have any dialogue, I just have to sync it back to the camera audio and then mute the camera audio. So it's a little bit more of a hassle in post-production, but it sounds a whole lot better. And for the guy who said to buy one, I don't have to, because this is free and it works really well. Have you guys seen Bob's Brain Pick series he started? Bob Claggett from ILikeToMakeStuff.com and I Like to Make Stuff on YouTube. He started this Brain Pick live Q&A, 1 hour, roughly 1 hour, Google Plus Hangout YouTube thing. And first video he had was David from Drunken Woodworker, and that was pretty cool. Tomorrow, or today, whenever you're watching this, August 12th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, he's going to have Jimmy DiResta, a 1 hour Q&A live session with him. So that's going to be pretty cool. So if you guys got any questions, head on over there and ask him. And also, shout out to someone you may not know, shanty2chic.com. If you guys haven't already been over there, check it out. I've been working with them for, I don't know, several months, since late February, early March, something like that, helping them develop their PDF plans for their website. So I get to see all of their projects before they post them, which is pretty cool. And boy, can they come up with some interesting stuff. And a lot of the stuff is, actually all of the stuff is geared towards people who don't necessarily have a shop full of tools and want to make their own stuff. So it's very easy stuff to make, but it looks like $1 million. So check it out, shanty2chic.com. They got a lot of awesome plans and stuff for you. And I think that is it. I probably missed something, but oh well. We'll see you guys later.